A joyous Thanksgiving to you and your family from Channel 7.
Live from Detroit, it's the 58th Annual Michigan Thanksgiving Parade with your hosts, John Kelly and Marilyn Turner, along with Channel 7 stars Jim Johnson and Dana Eubanks, Ironman triathlon champion Charlie Blanchard, and featuring Detroit's newest singing sensation, Charles Porter, and that grand old man himself, Santa Claus. And now, your hosts for today's parade, John Kelly and Marilyn Turner.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving and welcome to one of the world's great parades.
It sure is the 58th Annual Michigan Thanksgiving Parade. And this year, it's got to be the biggest and most exciting Thanksgiving parade we've ever seen in Detroit. There's so much going on this morning. I'm so excited. It's really fabulous. It really is.
Well, the excitement's already started here, Maryland. As a matter of fact, all over the streets in the parade route, right out there behind us on Woodward Avenue, where the parade will begin in a very short while. You can see some of the thousands of runners that are racing in the second annual Turkey Trot. Now, that's a 10-kilometer race along the parade route and through downtown Detroit.
There you go.
And with us this morning to tell us all about it is Ironman triathlon champion Charlie Blanchard. Welcome, Charlie. It's great to have you with us this morning.
It sure is.
John. Marilyn?
Sure is. Kind of
Great to be
chilly
here.
this morning, but it's beautiful weather. It's sunny. And
Good running weather.
I don't know the temperature.
Good running weather. Okay, Charlie.
The parade has always been one of my favorite events, and with the Turkey Trot added this year, there's all kinds of excitement.
Charlie, when and where did everybody start from this morning?
These folks started running this morning 15 minutes ago. I think we've got some on tape of what it looked like
There
at
it
the
is.
start here in the heart of Detroit. They started in front of Cobo Hall and the Pontchartrain Hotel.
Beautiful picture. Look at all those people. Now, there's an aerial shot from my helicopter. A lot of runners. How many entries do we have this year, Charlie?
There are nearly 4,000 people running, including the 1-mile fun run this morning, John. As you can see, they started in two groups, one on each side of Jefferson Avenue, and after a block or so, they joined together at the foot of Woodward Avenue and headed north on Woodward toward our location.
There's a live
Now,
shot,
10
Charlie.
kilometers is, of course, about 6.2 miles, so they've got quite a bit of running yet to do before they've finished.
You know, we have a map of the Turkey Trot race route, don't we? Do we have that map?
No, we're not going to use the map right now.
Oh, we don't.
No.
You know, Charlie, I was going to ask you something. I noticed when they went by, some of them are dressed very warmly and others aren't.
Well,
why is that? I mean, they have nothing on their
It's sunny today
legs.
and there's very little wind, but it is chilly. Some have tights on, warm-ups, running suits, all kinds of attire out there.
Is it more difficult for them, Charlie, to run on pavement than it would be
No,
on
they all run on pavement.
They're used to that.
Yeah, streets and sidewalks. City running.
City running is really the thing, I guess, anymore, isn't it?
They've paved everything, so that's all we have to run it.
Okay.
Are there some pretty well-known people out there?
There are. The two most well-known runners are, of course, Doug Curtis, who is a well-known Michigan marathoner, and Lisa Larson, who you recall finished fourth in the women's Olympic trials.
Yes.
Big pack behind us now. Where are the leaders on the course, Charlie?
The leaders
Where should
are
they be?
heading toward the fourth mile at this point. They're running around 4.5-minute miles, which is not jogging.
Marilyn, I think Jim Johnson
went by us a little while ago.
Jim Johnson
he's
has
down
got
there
something for us.
and he's going to show what it was like before they really started this morning, before the race started, I think. Right? Let's go to Jim Johnson.
Thank you, John, and hello, Marilyn. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. You're right, things got started here much earlier this morning. As you can see behind me, we are at the finish line of this 10K Turkey Trot race, and in a few minutes, the first finisher should be crossing that line. We'll try to get a word with the winner. But as you mentioned, earlier this morning, things got started. We had a gobbler's run, the 10K Turkey Trot, of course. Let's take a look at what things looked like a little bit earlier today. It was shortly after 6 a.m. when work crews began erecting starting banners for the 10K race on Jefferson Avenue in front of the Pontchartrain Hotel and Cobo Hall. Start and finish signs were also erected nearby for the Gobblers Club 1-mile run walk that precedes the 10K race. Inside Cobo Hall by 6:30 this morning, race director Gene Bocci was all set for the registration of runners in both races. And shortly thereafter, race hopefuls of all ages and sizes began signing up. Late entries paid the $10 race fee, and all of the proceeds will help to underwrite the cost of this year's parade. The runners picked up their race numbers and a packet of information and maps. Then it was on to claim their long-sleeve Thanksgiving Parade turkey trot shirts and their safety reflector vests. Kids 12 and under also picked up sets of jingle bells to be tied to their shoelaces with the promise of a very merry sound on every step of the 1-mile run. There was time for some to admire the awards display inside Cobo, including Gobblers Club certificates and souvenir parade coloring books for every child in the 1-mile run, and plump turkeys for the top 5 finishers in each age group in the 10K race. Finally, as the 8 o'clock starting time drew near for the Gobblers Club run, participants, including Michigan's First Lady, Paula Blanchard, took their positions at the starting line. This is the way they looked and sounded when they heard the starting cannon. Line inside Cobo Hall, a 10K race. The leaders should be in, I guess, in just about another 10 minutes or so. That's my guess. I'm not a runner. Charlie could probably tell you more about that. And once again, we hope to get a word with the winner as soon as he crosses the finish line. We'll come back, and then, of course, the parade begins shortly after 9:30. A longer parade this year, and I'm excited. John and Marilyn, nice to be with you for the 3rd year in a row. I appreciate it.
It's good to have you with us, Jim. Thank you. That was a great report, and we'll look forward to hearing from you at the finish, which, Charlie, should come in about 10 minutes, right?
That's right.
We guess the leaders will finish in under 30 minutes.
You know, the Michigan Thanksgiving Parade is brought to you in part by Service Merchandise, celebrating its founder's 50th anniversary with a showroom of values for the holidays.
And live coverage of the Michigan Thanksgiving Parade in Detroit will continue after these messages.
Service Merchandise Founder's 50th anniversary with savings on great gift ideas. Like this Vidal Sassoon professional hair dryer with 6 settings, now only $7.97 after rebate.
Spirit this holiday season as the folks at Kroger wish you the very best of everything.
Let's go Kroger.
Frozen grade A Jenny or Riverside turkey, 10 pounds or more, just 69 cents a pound.
When it's finished, it will be an unrivaled, state-of-the-art furniture complex. Until it's finished, it's a problem. Art Van simply cannot handle incoming stock. Inventory must be reduced, and it must happen now. Friday through Monday, Art Van is forced to cut prices on brand new name-brand furniture. Fall merchandise is arriving daily. It will be marked down before it hits our showrooms. Prices will be cut without exception. Hurry to Art Van's warehouse expansion sale. It ends Monday at 10.
Renault announces 10.9% financing on Alliance, Encore, Fuego, and Sportwagon. New Alliance convertible. Highly acclaimed Alliance sedan. 10.9 financing on Renault Encore. Hurry! Finance offer on all Renault models ends November 30th. Plus, see the new Jeeps. America's largest selection in four-wheel drive. Now more than ever, the ones to watch are the ones to buy.
Hurry! Special prices plus 10.9% financing. See your Detroit area AMC Jeep Renault dealer today.
And we are back, and we're right in the middle of the 2nd annual Turkey Trot preceding the Michigan Thanksgiving Parade. John, I'm dying to see who's leading. Who's leading?
Let's see if we can get a look at this thing, Marilyn. There they are behind us, but this is the pack. The leaders ought to be heading west on Lafayette right about now, Charlie.
Yes,
right?
we may have a shot from the lead vehicle, but as they went by here, we had a pack of 6 or 7 runners, which included Doug Curtis, Wally Rodriguez, John Grabowski, and we understand as they approach the last mile that Doug Curtis is, in fact, the leader.
Oh,
They're talking,
so exciting.
excuse me, Marilyn,
Really
they're talking to me on my headset here.
Yeah.
Now, apparently, Brazington is the leader, Charlie?
Brazington was one of the expected runners. He's from East Lansing. He's running the low 30 minutes for 10K.
Right now, he's got the
And
lead.
the last
Look at
mile
them
should
all.
be very interesting in that
It
case.
should be. Does this happen often? Do they change places as they move along?
With a race this size and this number of people, as we saw, 6 or 7 runners went by us in the lead, so anything could happen.
Anything can happen because it's short and because they have that sprint capability.
It is also a flat, fast course.
Fast course.
And an ideal day. There's no wind out here. It's cool. It's a good day for running. It's not a great day for
There's
sitting
the
in the
leaders.
cold, but
There we are with a live shot from our tracking car, Charlie.
that's right.
And those are the leaders they got.
Those are the lead runners. That appears to be Doug Curtis in the lead at the moment.
I guess it would be better running in this kind of weather than certainly in the weather where the Ironman was running.
You see how the crowd thins out here?
Yeah.
They don't have to deal with the body temperature overheating outside today. This actually would be world record marathon weather. It's a little chilly, but see, with the sun out, the air is starting to get warm.
I don't know. Do
It'll
we
be
know
very
the
nice for the
temperature
parade
here
this
today?
afternoon.
What is the temperature?
It's
Is it
about 15 or
When I came down, it was under 40, but 40 degrees with no wind is terrific running weather.
Well,
Hard to
it's
believe,
exciting.
but
It's
it
great
sure
stuff. In a moment, we're going to be back with Jim Johnson at the finish line to see if he can get a word with the winner when it happens. In the meantime, we'd like to extend a very special hello to all the people on our Michigan Thanksgiving Parade TV network.
Right.
Now, in addition to all of you here in the metropolitan Detroit area, we've got viewers tuned in to WRTV in Indianapolis, WPTA in Fort Wayne, Indiana, WKBN in Youngstown, and WDHO in Toledo, Ohio. Then there's WUHQ in Battle Creek.
Hello, Battle Creek.
WGTU in Traverse City, and WGTQ in Sault Ste. Marie. Now we're taking a look at the tracking, or we will be shortly, I understand. There they are. And way out in sunny Southern California.
Then we skip the whole middle portion of the country.
They can see these folks running on the streets of cold Detroit. We'd like to welcome everybody watching us on KABC TV. That's our sister station in Los Angeles. It's great to have all of you with us, and I bet you're glad it's sunny in California. It's a tad nippy, even though sunny here in Detroit. Right, Mary?
Sure is, John. Well, let's see now if Jim Johnson can get a word with the winner of the turkey trot.
Not
Jim,
sure he's there yet.
Are you there yet? Nope.
Oh, they're still in the finish, right, Charlie?
Well, they're heading...
How far have they got to go?
They probably don't have more than half a mile to go. Looked like that tracking shot was down Lafayette. They've been running for a little over 26 minutes. We expect the winner to come in under 30 minutes. So Doug Curtis looks like the leader. It's hard to tell from our vantage point, but they swing around from Lafayette to first. They go into Cobo Hall. Inside, and the finish line, of course, is inside, so they've got to run up a little ramp.
Yeah. Well, they're
and they finish in the hall, and all the chutes are there, and the timing equipment. And
now, if they run in less than 30 minutes, is that any kind of a record? Would that be a record?
Well, the world record in 10 kilometers is a little over 27 minutes. So they're a little off. This isn't a world-class competitive event, but anytime you're running that kind of a time, it's fast.
What's the stature of the runners that are here today, particularly the leaders?
Well, we had a pretty good field, which, of course, we said earlier included Lisa Larson, who we couldn't tell who the lead woman was, but we expect Lisa and Ella Willis behind her. But anytime you have a pack of runners that I described earlier, Wally Rodriguez is a national class runner, 10K. John Grabowski, equally well. These names are names that people recognize in the running community around the country. First class competitive field, but no record times.
There's your map, Charlie. Now all you have to do is figure out where we are.
Well, they're about to enter Cobo Hall. The time right now into the race is 27 minutes and 42 seconds. So this race is just about to finish up. And again, Doug Curtis looks like he is in the lead. He looks very smooth. Running loosely. He's got about a 50-yard lead on the next runner behind him.
Well, he's ready to make his turn just about on first, isn't he? If I can remember my downtown Detroit landmarks. Now we can't see.
He's wearing a Redford Roadrunners singlet there, which is a group in the west suburbs that gets together and runs in groups, works out, trains, and he's sort of the leader of the pack in that collection of runners.
Yeah, I can see now, Charlie, by the streets. He's getting very close to the turn on first, which means they're past the 6-mile mark. Is that right?
I would say so, because he's only got about a minute to run.
Yeah, there's the turn.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go. He's got quite a lead built up.
This is
He's going to be able to talk when he gets to Jim Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
not
yeah.
even out of breath. Oh, no.
Well, see, Doug has
There we
won a
go.
lot of events around the country. His marathon time is pretty low. He's run in the 2:12, 2:13 range. He's the only runner I know that can go week.
Look how easily he's moving.
Well, he can run 2:16 for a marathon once a week, just about.
Now, who's right
Holy
behind? Who's second and third and back?
I can't quite see him.
It's hard to
Can you
pick
see
up
Charlie?
the second place runner there, but somebody's coming on pretty strong
Yeah,
behind
he's
him. It's
got a
hard to
kick
tell.
going. You bet. Woo, they're starting to cluster there at the finish.
Yeah, yeah, and
There
they
you go.
got a
There's the
little
ramp to
uphill ramp
Kobo.
as they head into
Could he
Kobo.
lose? No, he
There
can't.
he
He's
goes.
got it now, hasn't
Yeah,
he?
he's going, and he's got a little painted face. They put some costumes on with these
Oh, did
Redford
they?
runner people. There you can see
Going
the
inside.
distance. There's about 40 yards there.
Okay, let's see if Jim Johnson is there.
He'll
Jim,
break
are
the
you there?
tape
Are you
and-
listening? Here comes the finish.
Yes, I'm here.
Got you, Jim. Go ahead.
They are cheering him on, and he has just crossed the finish line.
All right.
I can't see the clock
That's
from here, so I
terrific.
don't have
Doug
time
has
for you.
done a great job.
Okay, are we going to go back to Jim to see if he's got anything with the winner, or is he going to try to... As soon as he gets the winner, okay. I want to tell you, that's very exciting.
Isn't it, though? Isn't it
What was
really?
the time, Charlie?
29:45.
How does that compare?
It's
Well, 27 was, you said that.
I gave Tom Lasistro the time.
Right on the nose.
Right on
Tom
the
has got it
nose.
written down in black.
Charlie, you're a
That's
predictor.
fun.
Did you get the urge to run this morning, Charlie?
No.
I'll go out later.
Go out later and do it?
I got up around 6, and
Yeah.
I wanted to get down here early.
Yeah. But you will actually run? You're going to run this afternoon?
Oh, yes,
You
of
run
course.
every day, Charlie? You
Yeah.
run every day?
Yeah.
You're the champion of the senior division of the triathlon, which is
Two times.
two
yeah.
times running,
Yeah.
which is held on the Coney coast of Hawaii.
Right.
Now, the triathlon, of course, is the swimming, the bicycling, and the running
Marathon
event,
run.
the marathon run.
Really an Ironman contest. It really is.
You had a little tough luck this time because of the heat. You got dehydrated.
Tremendous heat. The victory to me was not dropping out.
Right. Hanging
I
in
actually was
there.
5 minutes faster last year, but it was a struggle. It was just,
Yeah.
you know,
Now,
it's easier to
under-
explain a bad race than a dropout.
How about
Went
these?
in that? How many people went in that?
1,026.
How does this weather condition compare as far as the
You couldn't do a
stress of the runner?
triathlon in this weather.
You could not.
No. In fact, I scratched a cold weather one down in Dallas a few weeks ago because the air temperature was in the low 40s. You get out of the water,
Yeah.
there's no way to warm up.
I understand that the winner is standing by now of our 10K race with Jim Johnson. Jim?
That's right, John. Charlie, Maryland, with me, Doug Curtis, the winner. Doug, are you feeling all right?
Feel great. Anytime you win, you feel great.
It's a good thing you are going to eat turkey dinner a little later in the day, right?
Oh, yeah. No way I could eat this morning.
How was your time? Were you able to get a time? I couldn't see the clock.
29:46, which is pretty close to my best time for a 10K.
Is that right? Is 10K your race?
No, the marathon is. I'm training for the Honolulu Marathon in 2 weeks, and it looks like I'm ready to run a good race there.
Yeah, the weather an impact on the race today?
No, it was perfect. Little mild wind, but nothing bad.
Did you expect to win coming into it this morning?
I was pretty confident. There were a couple good 10K runners here that I thought would give me a tough time, but I was ready for it today.
How do you feel about this event, the pre-Thanksgiving parade 10K turkey trot?
It's fantastic when you got, I don't know what they say, 600,000 people out there cheering you on. It was great feeling.
Doug, congratulations. You did a good job.
Thanks a lot.
Get some rest, get something to drink, and have a nice Thanksgiving.
Okay, you too. Take care.
Doug Curtis, the winner of the 10K Turkey Trot this morning, one of the featured events prior to the Thanksgiving Day Parade, and it looks like we're just about 12 or 13 minutes away from the start of the parade. Santa Claus can't be too far behind, and I'll see you on the street. John, Marilyn, Charlie?
Okay,
Thank
yeah,
you,
that's
Jim.
right. We're
Thank
close
you.
to the parade.
Oh, his war paint was kind of coming down. His perspiration
His
was
makeup is
washing
running,
his
is it,
makeup
you say?
is running.
Charlie, thank you so much for being with
Yeah,
us today.
really, thanks
Great
a lot.
job with the commentary.
Get out
was
there
fun.
and run now, Charlie.
Thanks so much. I really enjoyed it. The parade's going to be starting pretty soon. I want to find a
Right.
good spot to get out there
Right.
and enjoy it.
I think this is
Okay,
right
Charlie.
down below here is pretty good, as a matter of
Thank
fact.
you very much.
You can't
We're all
take
gonna
the
get on the
heater
street.
with you, though.
I'll run later.
Okay, thank you.
Well,
Well, live
excitement
coverage.
coming up.
And live coverage of the Michigan Thanksgiving Parade in Detroit will continue right after these messages.
Magic 95 plays more music. And here's proof. Every weekday from 9 to 5, Magic 95 will play at least 5,000 songs in a row, or we'll pay you $5. That's right. Magic 95 will never play less than 5,000... Excuse me. Magic 95... Calm down. It's 5 in a row, or $5,000. Just forget what I said. You never saw me.
Things are pretty busy at the Free Press these days. That's because we're putting more into the Free Press. More local and world news. More business news and market analysis. There's expanded fashion coverage. And even more in science and technology. But you don't have to come to the Free Press to see everything we've added. Just give us a call, and we'll bring it all to you.
Remember me? I was in a Magic 95 commercial just a few seconds ago, and apparently I made a small mistake. I said that Magic 95 WMJC would play 5,000 songs in a row, and what I meant to say was that from 9 to 5 weekdays, Magic 95 would play 5 songs in a row, or pay you $5,000. And to make up for this small mistake, I am sure that the station manager would like to take you all out to dinner and... I'm not too sure.
What hospital are you in? Where brain specialists are pioneering stroke surgery techniques. Where heart specialists develop new ways to treat heart disease. Which hospital has 450 specialists in practice together? Only the Mayo Clinic has as many. Which specialist should you see if you have a serious illness? Henry Ford Hospital and Specialty Centers. More specialists make us more than a hospital. Ask your doctor to refer you or call 876-3400.
Welcome back to the 58th Annual Michigan Thanksgiving Parade. We've had lots of fun already, and there's much, much more to come. Believe me, we haven't even started yet.
Not even yet. Lots, as Marilyn said. You know, the parade is going to be stopping this year for 2 absolutely terrific production numbers on the steps of the Detroit Institute of Arts, which is just across Woodward Avenue from us.
Right over there.
One of them will feature a young man who won a singing contest on our own Kelly and Company show back in September.
That's right.
Channel 7's Dana Eubanks has all the details.
You're a fighter, you're a lover. You're strong, and you recover from whatever gets you down. And there are so many, many reasons, any time, any season is the right time to be with you. Those words were written by Motown's Berry Gordy in that wonderful love song to his old hometown, Hello, Detroit. In September, the people at the Michigan Thanksgiving Parade held a contest. Its purpose? To select a winner to sing Hello, Detroit in a major production number during the parade on Thanksgiving morning. Out of nearly 200 applicants, only 28 were advanced to the semifinals. The singers came with a wide variety of styles and backgrounds. 14-year-old Teresa Randazzo is a student at Mallow Junior High in Utica. Carol Blake is a 4th grade teacher.
All of me, not just a fraction of my heart, but all of me.
Charles Porter works 2 jobs and is the father of 4.
Wasting time.
As we know, there's a rich pool of talent in Metro Detroit, and selecting a winner was no easy task. A group of 11 judges, including some local celebrities, and Berry Gordy's sister and vice president of Motown, Esther Gordy Edwards, narrowed it down to 5 finalists who appeared on Channel 7's Kelly and Company the next morning. The finalists included Charles Porter,
Everything still remains the same.
Carol Blake, and Mildrea Hill, whose fabulous performance placed her in a tie with Charles Porter after the first round of judging.
You'll feel part of every mountain, sea, and shore.
But after the final votes were tallied, Michigan's First Lady, Paula Blanchard, made the announcement everyone was waiting for.
The winner is Charles Porter of Detroit.
Congratulations, Charles.
Charles Porter comes from a singing family. In fact, he began singing with a choir in the church where his father was a minister. In the early 70s, Charles was a member of the legendary gospel group, the Five Blind Boys of Alabama. Although nominated for a Grammy in 1971, the group found tough times on the road.
Me and my wife, when I had just got married, it was like in 75. And there were times when we only had money enough to just buy Pampers for the baby. It didn't hurt as bad as it might sound, but I wouldn't want to go through it again. My family meant more to me than the fame and the name that I had somewhat accumulated for myself.
So, Charles finally took a job with Chrysler back in Detroit to support his growing family. Today, Charles and his wife, Pam, have 4 children. Eddie, 13, Denon, 10, Kalila, 7, and Kaylin, 5. Spending time with the family is important to Charles and Pam. Despite some pretty rough times, Charles has managed to hold his head high. I ask him what he is most thankful for.
We thank the Lord for just being alive, because life is beautiful. Life is wonderful. We're thanking God that we're a family and that we are a strong black family and that we are building a foundation and trying to set an example to let people know that the family can make it, that the family is not dead.
After a layoff from Chrysler in 1979, Charles had to take on 2 jobs to make ends meet. He works the midnight shift at New Center 2, an adult foster care home where he checks on patients and distributes medication. With a few hours of sleep in between, Charles also clerks at Paul's Discount Drugs downtown during the day. But in his heart, Charles has always held fast to the hope that someday he'll sing again. And he fervently believes the contest was no accident.
And it was just a feeling that I got that it was for me. I always pray before I do anything. And the kind of direction and assurance that I had, I knew that it was for me.
Now tell me about the contest now. I understand you didn't even know what you were going to sing moments before the audition.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of people had sheet music, and I didn't know that we had to have sheet music. The songs that I had prepared to sing were prepared in my mind. And there was a gentleman there who had a book of the songs of the 60s. And I asked him if I could borrow it to see if there was a song in there that I could sing. Didn't find anything until I looked through this book and I found Dock of the Bay. And I've never sang Dock of the Bay by Otis Redding.
You've never sung it before?
Never sung it before, but I knew it by heart.
From the radio?
From the radio, right.
Charles told me he feels a real kinship with Detroit.
I guess I could say that we have both been criticized. I've been criticized because I stopped singing, but Detroit is coming alive, and I'm coming alive. Detroit will live to be a super city, and I believe that I will live to be a super singer. I know I'm blessed to have the opportunity to sing the song because I've lived here all my life, and there are good people here in the city of Detroit and surrounding areas, and people who care about the city. Detroit is a great city, and I'm a great person.
While I had Charles captive, I couldn't pass up the chance to ask him to sing.
You're a fighter, you're a lover, you're strong, and you recover from whatever gets you down. Hello, Detroit, you won my heart.
I wasn't the only one to ask Charles for a preview. At a recent meeting, the members of the Michigan Thanksgiving Parade Board asked Charles for an a cappella performance of what he will sing live this Thanksgiving morning.
Hello, Detroit.
getting in the shower again.
Don't ever. Oh, he is a wonderful, wonderful young man, Charles Porter. And I can hardly wait to hear him sing that in the production number.
Well, we're not going to have to wait too long, actually, honey. Parade time is very, very close. It's approaching rapidly. And when we come back, we'll have a fascinating story on the parade's California connection.
Live coverage of the Michigan Thanksgiving Parade in Detroit will continue after these messages. Stay with us.
Merchandise Founders 50th anniversary with savings on great gift ideas. Like this Vidal Sassoon professional hair dryer with 6 settings, now only $7.97 after rebate. And here's a nice gift, the chic Flexmatic Total Touch electric shaver, now only $26.86. Top name brands for less, including Fuzzbuster Super Het radar detector, now on sale during our Founders 50th anniversary at Service Merchandise.
Come on, Bruiser, we haven't got all day. Grab the 30 grand and let's get out of here. All right. Listen for Bruiser Blotto on WRIF. 3 times each day, the Bruiser randomly selects a number. At 7:45 a.m., when we give you the word, be the first to call 298-6360 with the previous day's 3 Blotto numbers, and the money's yours. The first day, it's $1, and the money doubles every day, no matter what. RIF's Bruiser Blotto with over $30,000 up for grabs from the home of rock and roll.
That's it, 30 grand.
WRIF.
Jim! 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 Hey!
Jeff Smith, the Frugal Gourmet.
Once you get a bread recipe right, you don't change it. So people were surprised when I switched to Red Star Quick Rise yeast. You see, Quick Rise was developed to be the fastest rising all-natural yeast. It rises 50% quicker than regular yeasts, even quicker than Fleischmann's Rapid Rise, without changing my recipes. Red Star Quick Rise yeast. Why wait for great results? Now with Quick Rise, I'll have enough time to write a whole library.
Burger King presents Double Trouble.
I knew it the first time I laid eyes on one. This was no ordinary quarter-pound burger. Word was it was called a double. You could get it straight with cheese, even crispy bacon, but that was just the half of it. It also had this rep for flame-broiled taste. Then, when I took a bite, that was the clincher. I knew a double from Burger King only spelled one thing for those fried quarter-pound burgers. Double trouble.
Aren't you hungry for Burger King now?
Well, we're back again, and we're a lot warmer here than where those folks are.
Yeah.
And we're only a few minutes away from the start of this year's Michigan Thanksgiving Parade. What a beautiful day for it.
And you know, John, the parade this year has 14 new floats, and many of them are designed by a very talented young man who came to us all the way from California. Dana Eubanks has that story now.
Thank you, John and Marilyn. Inside these doors is a child's dream come true. I'm standing outside what's now called the studio for the Michigan Thanksgiving Parade. You know, the parade has gone through a great many changes over the last few years. It is now funded by private donations. And this year it has a whole new look that comes directly from sunny Southern California. The folks of the Michigan Thanksgiving Parade went all the way to Pasadena to convince Tom Neighbors, a veteran Tournament of Roses parade artist, to come to Detroit as the art director of the Michigan Thanksgiving Parade.
Well, the differences between here and the Rose Parade was primarily what interested me. In California, I never got to finish a product. It was the flowers were always what finished off the float.
This is just a tiny glimpse of Santa's new float. Among Tom's challenges, designing and building a school contest float. Applications were sent out to schools all over the state, asking students to submit a drawing and explanation of their idea. Michigan's First Lady, Paula Blanchard, assisted in narrowing down the entries, and at a meeting of the Michigan Thanksgiving Parade Board, announced the winner.
Tracy is our winner of the school design float contest.
Tracy Majeski is a 6th grade student at North Huron Middle School in Port Austin. She and Tom Neighbors worked together to conceive the final design.
Tracy, the thing I liked about your design was that you presented an opportunity for people to view this from all sides.
It's always fun to watch something evolve from the raw sketch to a working design and to see it all happen from the ground up. In keeping with Tracy's theme, the float developed into a 4-sided diamond, with each panel depicting a different season.
That's a fort that we make
in the winter and go ice skating.
So that's you ice skating over there?
Yeah.
This is really terrific. And what do you do when you go up on top to ride down the parade?
I go to the store and there's a ladder.
Oh, well, I'll meet you on the other side. Why don't you try it out?
Okay.
Now we're up on top. It's terrific up here, isn't it? What do you think of it now that you're on top here?
It's high.
It's high. You get to be strapped in, and so you'll be stabilized?
Yeah.
What's it going to be like riding down the street in the parade? You know?
Cold.
When the day finally comes, in the gray mist of the wee morning hours, the floats are escorted through the doors to make their debut. And what a debut it will be. All the new floats, vans, and clowns. It's certainly a day I look forward to all year long. I'm Dana Eubanks. Happy Thanksgiving Day, everybody.
Ah, Dana, what a charming story. I got to tell you the truth, I'm really getting anxious to see all those beautiful new floats.
So am I. And you know, it really won't be very long, John. Not very long now. When we come back, we should be all set for the start of this year's parade. So stay tuned, everybody, for sure.
And live coverage of the Michigan Thanksgiving Parade in Detroit will continue after these messages.
Renault announces 10.9% financing on Alliance, Encore, Fuego, and Sportwagon. New Alliance convertible. Highly acclaimed Alliance sedan. 10.9 financing on Renault Encore. Hurry! Finance offer on all Renault models ends November 30th. Plus, see the new Jeeps. America's largest selection in four-wheel drive. Now more than ever, the ones to watch are the ones to buy.
Hurry, special prices plus 10.9% financing. See your Detroit area AMC Jeep Renault dealer today.
Look at me. I hate fashion. I mean, this is in, that's out. I'm tired of clothes that change with every new fad. For me, the only style that's going to work is my own.
Me, I don't even need a lot of clothes. I just need the right clothes. Comfortable clothes.
I used to think that for clothes to have style, they had to be expensive. But now I know what it takes to look good. It takes the Gap.
The Gap. And a good barber.
Remember the taste of s'mores? Now it's in new s'mores granola bars.
1, 2, 3, 4, remember the taste of s'mores. It's in new s'mores granola bars, new s'mores granola bars.
Graham chocolate marshmallow. Remember the taste of s'mores? 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember the taste of s'mores? Okay, faster now.
1, 2, 3, 4, remember the taste of s'mores. New s'mores granola bars, new s'mores granola bars.
S'mores chewy granola bars. Remember the taste?
You've got the spirit, tell 'em you're from Detroit. Come on, let's hear it, tell 'em you're from Detroit. We're a team that's hometown, there's no town like Motown. You're at the heart of it, Seven's a part of it. Stand up and tell 'em you're from Detroit.
We're back, and here they come. Leading the parade is the way they've done for more than 30 years, the Detroit Police Mounted Division, and you can see them behind us, and let's get a real shot of them. There they are.
Leading the group is the commander of the unit, Inspector Patrick Muscat. Behind him in the color guard, our Executive Deputy Chief, James Bannon, Officer Melvin Schumacher, carrying the American flag, Deputy Chief Richard Dungy, and Thomas Bronski carrying the mounted colors.
Inspector Muscat is riding Buford. You remember Buford, Mayor? Yeah. Inspector says that Buford is the best crowd control horse that they have in the division. He's also one of the tallest. He is 17 hands high, that horse.
How do you measure? How did they get the word hands? Is that one hand on top of the other?
That's exactly right. Back in the days before they had measuring sticks, they had to know in a deal how tall a horse was. So they said across your pound from knuckle to knuckle. Now we look at it as 4 inches. So he's 17 times 4. And don't ask me how many inches that is.
That's a big horse, isn't it?
He's a very big horse.
That's a big. What's the average horse? Not 70, 13,
No,
14
15
hands? 22 mounted officers are following behind John, and all of their equipment is authentic U.S. cavalry issue, including the famous McClellan saddle, the same one used in the Civil War by both the North and the South.
And here are the Detroit Police Department's famous Blue Pigs, the Blue Pigs Band, right behind the mounted unit. That's certainly, I guess, our favorite unit of the Detroit Police Department, Marilyn.
Yes. And I'm very proud to say that WXYZ TV is sponsoring their appearance in today's parade. We're sure enjoying them. We've enjoyed them having them on.
Hey, they're singing.
Yeah. Tell them you're from Detroit.
Right. I don't think so. I think they've changed their mind.
Oh, did they? Okay. Maybe they'll do it a little later. And the unit was inspired back in 1970, you know, by Graham Price, a composer who persuaded the Detroit Police Department that assigning full-fledged police officers to this friendly duty would be as productive as making arrests, which was a darn good idea.
Marilyn, they've done so much in crime prevention, reaching young people throughout the metropolitan area, not just in the city limits. And what these guys do, and you and I know them all, they're great guys, and they are proving that a policeman is indeed a friend.
Ah, and carrying the 1984 parade banner is Boy Scout Troop 390 of Clinton Valley.
This is a special group of scouts. They're a shining example, really, of just how successfully the mentally impaired can move through the ranks of regular scouting. In fact, these guys have received special recognition from President Reagan and Governor Blanchard of Michigan for their really dedicated civic program.
Did you know that these young guys have mastered and actually applied life-saving and rescue skills to
that's really
accident
something.
victims?
They're
Isn't
great.
That great? Now, who we got now?
This is the Jay County High School Band. They're all from Jay County in Portland, Indiana.
This red, white, and blue group of patriots traveled over 200 miles to participate in today's parade.
They were the award-winning band of last year's Michigan Thanksgiving Day Parade. And live coverage of the Michigan Thanksgiving Day Parade in Detroit will continue right after these messages.
It's Service Merchandise Founders' 50th anniversary with great gifts for the kitchen. Like this Sunbeam Cookmaster electric fry pan featuring time and temperature control, now only $39.82. And here's a great gift, the Rival Automatic Electric Food Steamer, now only $29.97. You'll find top name brands for less, including this Daisy Stripper that peels in Julien's, now only $22.97 during our Founders' 50th anniversary at Service Merchandise.
Your Toyota dealer is getting ready for his Thanksgiving open house sales event. And when his doors open tomorrow, he wants to make deals from his big inventory and selection of 85 Toyotas. Every car and truck in stock is on the block, and he wants to clear them out fast. So see your Toyota dealer tomorrow and make your deal on the Toyota you want and drive it home. The Thanksgiving open house sales event at your Toyota dealer tomorrow.
Today's a new day, it's happening in Detroit. You're feeling okay, we're with you, Detroit. No holding back now, on the right track now. Stand up and tell them you're from Detroit. We build it better, right here in Detroit. Working together, we're making it in Detroit. It's time to shout it, no doubt about it. Stand up and tell them you're from Detroit. You've got the spirit, tell them you're from Detroit. Come on, let's hear it, tell them you're from Detroit.
they're here. There was a little hole for the blue pigs behind us, and now
it's a very happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, the red, white, and blue of Jay County, about 200 miles away down in Indiana.
Right.
It's kind of an honor to have them all the way up here.
We're very honored that they did travel all the way from the Hoosier land to be with us today.
There's a good aerial shot. The Marching Patriots of Jay County, Indiana. Maryland, a cornucopia. Cornucopia usually overflowing with foods for the harvest. But this year they're calling it a harvest of heritages, the theme of the 1984 Michigan Thanksgiving Parade. This float sponsored by the Michigan Bell Telephone Company, by the way.
Now, Michigan really has a diverse ethnic population. Do you recognize some of the flags, John?
I was looking over my shoulder here. Japan, of course, that's easy. Great Britain, France, Sweden. After that, I'm lost.
Very, very good. Pretty good. Look at all the international dolls and all the marches from the International Institute. There are 500 of them, and they're all dressed in their ethnic costumes.
All behind a cornucopia. And
look at that. Aren't they gorgeous costumes?
Yeah, beautiful. All of them ethnic and heritage. Incidentally, the International Institute was founded in this area in 1919, and their idea then was to welcome and help out immigrants who came to Detroit from other lands. Today, the International Institute is funded by the United Foundation, and you know, all these years later, they still serve the needs of new Americans and new American citizens.
We got some clowns out there, too. What would a parade be without clowns?
You know, I said a queen a while ago, but gee, all these ladies are wearing tiaras or crowns, and I guess perhaps those who are in the tiaras or crowns are representing the various ethnic groups that make up the International Institute. And there we had a look at something.
I was just watching the crowd shots.
Yeah.
Everybody's looking like, golly, this is wonderful. It's quite a crowd down here today. I don't know, John. I can't count numbers, and naturally we can't, but do you think there's more people down here than there were last year?
Well, it's a beautiful day for a parade in Detroit. It was a great day for the run, and it's getting a little warmer all the time. Looking around, we see people with babies wrapped up in blankets with their hands stuffed in their pockets, but not moving, not going away, and really having an absolutely wonderful time as we continue to watch the ethnic representation of the Detroit International Institute move past behind the cornucopia of heritage.
I saw a cute thing just a little while ago. I looked over in the tree and I saw a father put his little boy up in sort of the crux of the tree and put the blanket under him and then cover him up and just stand there beside the tree. Oh.
Well, right in my line of sight from our booth, see people in trees all down the road.
Bring the kids down here?
Oh, yeah. Actually, the kids brought us down.
I guess so. But you know, it's really something for old and young. It really is. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing.
Dancers in the street. This gives you an idea of the magnificent ethnic heritage that we have here in metropolitan Detroit. As a matter of fact, when I think about it, it's an heritage that we have in the United States.
Right.
And a wonderful one. North America, indeed, not just the United States. Wait a minute. What's that coming in the back end of the picture? What is that thing, Marilyn? horses. Is that a flying horse, Marilyn?
Yes.
Marilyn, is that a flying horse? Tell me.
The rocking horse balloon. The largest horse in the Michigan Thanksgiving Parade. Did you know that?
It's even bigger than that 17-hander, boy.
Right. It's 30 feet high.
Bigger than the 17-hander.
Sponsored by National Bank of Detroit. It takes 14 handlers just to keep him from flying away.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. I'm looking at the branches on the trees around us, and the ends of the branches are starting to wiggle a little bit, which means a little bit of a breeze, which means the handlers of the rocking horse balloon are being tugged about. No wonder there's 14.
That would really be difficult to hold on to that if the wind got strong, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah, well, he's moving pretty well, though. Beautiful.
Are they filled with helium, 100% helium, or is it helium and air?
You had to ask me something I couldn't answer, huh? You did pretty well. You waited 50 minutes.
No, I think it is. I think it's a combination of, but I'm not positive.
Actually, most of these were made for the Detroit parade, the Michigan Thanksgiving parade. In Windsor, Ontario, Canada. Right.
Canadian neighbor.
I want to ask the question while we're looking at it.
Now, is it one I can answer, or are you going to throw me a curve, too?
If an elephant can fly, Dumbo, right? A horse can fly, too, right?
Right.
If I can dip into my trivia bag here. In Greek mythology, there was a flying horse. His name was Pegasus. Then he came to this country and sold gasoline.
I remember good old Peg.
Good old Peg, yeah. Peg, hop to it. Or in this case, float to it, I guess.
There are more toy horses down in the street, along with kangaroos and hippopotamuses. Hippopotamuses.
There they are. There's some handlers, too, yeah. What's you got in this string?
Aren't they handling? Yeah, they're handling the horse.
There's some smaller horses, and there's a, what is that? It's a wolf and a fox. And ladies in international garb again. And above them all, the rocking horse balloon. Woodward Avenue on a sunshiny Thanksgiving day in the city of Detroit. For those of you who don't know our city too well, that's the Detroit Institute of Arts in the background behind the horse. Get up there, horse. He's rocking. What's the matter with me? These handlers are making him rock. So of course he's rocking. Well, I'm a little slow, honey.
Well, he's kind of rocking up and down, which is not exactly like a rocking horse, but they're doing a very good job because you're right. The wind has picked up quite a bit here in the last 10 or 15. Humpty Dumpty!
Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses, all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again.
Well, he hasn't fallen yet, though. His wonderful kingdom includes 5 gymnastic jesters, as you can see there, doing all their amazing gyrations on a trampoline, and that's built into the float. And with all those riding horses and coachmen, it's kind of like a fairy tale come true.
You know, Humpty is wobbling just a little bit up there. You don't think he'd fall?
No, he wouldn't fall.
No,
absolutely. I think he's definitely going to make it to the end of the parade. Incidentally, you know, this float was the winner of the Detroit Public Schools contest in 1982. Did you know that?
No, I remember.
We were doing that. Here, as a matter of fact, it was the brainchild of a little girl named Lori Jones. You remember Lori? I do.
Sure,
remember we gave her the award when she was 11 years old when she won.
Okay, can you top this in the trivia department? My turn.
More trivia, right? Okay.
The leader of the acrobatic jesters we see here is a fellow named Newt Loken. Newt ran the gymnastic department and coached the cheerleaders at the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor, who won't be in the Rose Bowl this year. L.A., sorry. Anyhow, he was there for many, many years. But here's the biggie. Newt has appeared in the Thanksgiving parade for more than 32 years.
That is unbelievable. Well, there he goes. Live coverage of the Michigan Thanksgiving Parade in Detroit will continue after these messages.
Don't be late, 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 don't be late.
This year, nobody wants to be late for Hudson's after Thanksgiving sale, no matter what. Because tomorrow, from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., there'll be extra special savings for those who get there early. Hudson's After Thanksgiving Sale, where the early birds are the lucky ducks.
Now don't you be late. Burger King presents Double Trouble.
I knew it the first time I laid eyes on one. This was no ordinary quarter-pound burger. Word was it was called a double. You could get it straight, with cheese, even crispy bacon, but that was just the half of it. It also had this rep for flame-broiled taste. Then, when I took a bite, that was the clincher. I knew a double from Burger King only spelled one thing for those fried quarter-pound burgers: double trouble.
Aren't you hungry for Burger King now?
What hospital are you in? Where brain specialists are pioneering stroke surgery techniques. Where heart specialists develop new ways to treat heart disease. Which hospital has 450 specialists in practice together? Only the Mayo Clinic has as many. Which specialist should you see if you have a serious illness? Henry Ford Hospital and Specialty Centers. More specialists make us more than a hospital. Ask your doctor to refer you or call 876-3400.
Nothing works like a Chevy truck. Nothing works like a Chevy truck. Tough on the job, easy on the buck. Nothing works like a Chevy truck. So bring out the sun. Bring on the fun.
Bring on the fun.
You got the goods.
You got the goods.
Get up and run.
If you want a truck that works and plays as hard as you do, you want a Chevy.
Nothing works like a Chevy truck. Nothing works like a Chevy truck.
We're back at the Michigan Thanksgiving Parade, and Marilyn, I have a question for you. Be careful. Remember, your married name is Kelly.
Yes.
Do you believe in leprechauns?
Oh, what would I do? What would you do if I said I didn't?
Fate.
I can even start talking Irish.
Well, a couple of leprechauns are coming our way right now on this float called Leprechauns Celebrating St. Patrick's Day. And
I
the float
see them.
comes from Bangor, Michigan. And on board the float is the Queen of Bangor and her court.
The float is 40 feet long and full of playful, lively leprechauns and butterflies. What a colorful exhibition.
And here's
another
a
one.
patriotic bunch, huh?
Yeah, that's right. They're the first Michigan Colonial Fife and Drum Corps from Sterling Heights. This is their second year in the parade, and they're sponsored by Little Caesars.
The group is the dream of its founder, Mark Logson, who started it in 1974. Today, there are 45 members in that unit. A group of about 30 following behind them. Now, they, I guess, are called camp followers. I hope they know what that means.
The uniforms, by the way, John, are exact replicas of those worn during the Revolutionary War. The handcrafted instruments, by the way, are authentic as well. Did you know that? Look.
No, I didn't. They are magnificent.
Share the bounty.
Well, I can't believe that our first hour is just about gone already.
We had a lot of fun, and there's lots more to come. Our friends in California will see the rest of our coverage at 3:30, by the way, this afternoon.
Right.
Did you know that?
In California.
Just
For
in time
everybody
else will be back.
Live coverage of the Michigan Thanksgiving Parade in Detroit will continue for most everybody but California after these messages.
Incredible in-store warehouse discount prices at DOBBS. Don't forget the name, don't miss the selection, the quality, the warehouse discount.
Well, the holiday season's here, and Christmas is just around the corner. Start your Christmas shopping early at Montgomery Ward. It's a chain store. They've got computers, Nautilus equipment, one of the largest selections of gifts on the planet.
Hi there.
Merry Christmas. Brand names everywhere. In fact, if it's on your Christmas list, it's probably on sale at Montgomery Ward. Don't forget, Christmas is just around the corner.
Things are changing at Montgomery Ward.
See for yourself.
Beginning Monday night at 6, Channel 7 is going to tell your children to say no to some grown-ups. Why? Because too many children are becoming victims of sexual abuse by adults. Help your children to recognize the people that may harm them. Teach them that it's okay to tell on someone who does. Let's fight the sexual abuse of our children. Please watch It's Okay to Tell, an important Action News close-up, Monday night at 6 on Channel 7.
Getting Physical, tonight at 11 on 7.
Live from Detroit, it's the 58th Annual Michigan Thanksgiving Parade with your hosts, John Kelly and Marilyn Turner.
Hello again, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. We've got one heck of a parade going here, the 58th Annual Michigan Thanksgiving Parade.
Marvelous. And we're so happy to have our friends watching AABC TV in Los Angeles with us again.
Yes, by the way, for all of you in California, this hour of our coverage is tape delayed, but for everyone else, we're live and it's now.
It's so exciting.
Yeah.
So let's get back to the parade, John. Where are we now?
Well, I think this is the Pontiac Northern High School Band. Yes, indeed, the Huskies of Northern, their first year in our Michigan Thanksgiving Parade. They're sponsored by Comerica. A real treat to have this bunch with us. They are good.
They were involved in another important event this year, the Olympic Torch Parade. They're really a classy outfit.
I guess if they're good enough for the Olympics, they're good enough for us, boy.
I guess so.
It's a pretty big band, over 100 students. The Huskies practice a special high step, which takes a lot more effort on the part of the marchers.
Let's watch and listen.
You got it. That's a fire engine. It's clowns. It's clowns.
The Detroit Fire Department clowns. They are great.
They
Looks like
always
this
have...
next group is on their way to put out a fire.
I don't think I trust these characters that they're in front of us to put out a fire in our house.
Okay. They're having fun.
Yeah, and the truth, these are well-trained, highly trained specialists in firefighting who have a good time with so many special events.
And I can smell smoke, as a matter of fact.
Phony smoke.
They need to talk to their pals back at the firehouse, though. Maybe a new truck might help.
Yeah, possibly, Marilyn. I see they got a Keystone Cop there, too. Look.
Look at him holding on. How does he do that for the whole length of the parade?
Very carefully is the old gag. Look out, folks. I think the fire's there at the side. Oh, the police officer chased him just in time. Here, I think we have the...
River Rouge High School Junior ROTC.
The Marine Junior ROTC, actually. There. Oh, look. Of course, I suppose most of us know that ROTC stands for Reserve Officer Training Corps. This unit is the only junior Marine drill team in the state of Michigan. They have accomplishments and wins, first place honors at university meets in Michigan, Indiana, throughout the Midwest. They are good.
This group is over 100 cadets. It's broken into 3 units, the color guard, the drill squad, and the drill platoon. The color guard and drill squad are dressed in blues, while the drill platoon is wearing dress green.
Don't believe what I'm saying.
Is that Mr. Bonds?
That's Bill Bonds, who is the PA anchorman of Channel 7. No, that's Gene Fenlater, who is Vice President and General Manager of Channel 7 here in Detroit.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
She's right.
Gene's driving with boxing gloves. And Bill's taking his life in his hands, letting Gene drive. That's why he's not looking where they're going. He can't stand it.
That's funny.
They're blowing the charge behind us.
That's the Muslim Temple Lancers. I always get a kick out of these guys. He's zooming around the mini cars.
There are 43 Shriners in this group. They perform in about 15 parades a year. Oh, I love that. They're a charitable group. They sponsor all kinds of events in order to raise money for 21 hospitals around the country. And everybody knows about the Shrine Burn Centers, vital treatment of crippled and burned children.
It's great work. It's great work.
Now, that's my idea of being in a parade, boys. Zapping around those little cars.
Well, anything to do with a car you like. This is, look, it's a spaceship of sorts, kind of, isn't it, John?
Well, this one actually is called From the Earth to the Moon, Mayor. It's based on Jules Verne's science fiction story that he wrote in 1874. And he predicted, it kind of romanticized the idea, actually, that someday we'd be on the moon and communicate with the inhabitants of the moon.
Yeah, but we know now there are no inhabitants of the moon, right?
Or are there?
Do we?
I don't know, looks like we've got some on the street driving those little cars. And other inhabitants, perhaps, mingling with the astronauts.
In any case, this boat takes a wonderfully humorous look at the story with its whirling propellers and searchlight as all the gadgets needed for a journey into space.
Hey, I got an idea.
What?
You want to ask him if there's room for 2 more? What do you say?
Well, not this morning, John,
Not this morning.
because I'm really not packed.
Oh, okay. You would have to get your hair done and makeup checked. I'd have to pick out a good tweed
Yeah, that's
jacket.
right. That's
yeah.
right. Besides, we don't know what the weather's like up there.
I know this. This is, I think, the Milford Redskins High School Band. From Milford, Michigan, the Marching Redskins. Over 125 musicians. And then you add on the pom-pom girls, the flag, and the banner carriers, and it comes up to over 150.
Among their accomplishments are performing at the Kentucky Derby, the Indy 500, and Walt Disney World. It takes a lot of money to support that kind of traveling, and these kids work real hard to earn it through fruit sales and athletic concession and bingo game profits.
And live coverage of the Michigan Thanksgiving Parade in Detroit continues after these messages.
Renault announces 10.9% financing on Alliance, Encore, Fuego, and Sportwagon. New Alliance convertible. Highly acclaimed Alliance sedan. 10.9 financing on Renault Encore. Hurry! Finance offer on all Renault models ends November 30th. Plus, see the new Jeeps. America's largest selection in 4-wheel drive. Now more than ever, the ones to watch are the ones to buy.
Hurry, special prices plus 10.9% financing. See your Detroit area AMC Jeep Renault dealer today.
When it's finished, it will be an unrivaled, state-of-the-art furniture complex. Until it's finished, it's a problem. Art Van simply cannot handle incoming stock. Inventory must be reduced, and it must happen now. Friday through Monday, Art Van is forced to cut prices on brand new name-brand furniture. Fall merchandise is arriving daily. It will be marked down before it hits our showrooms. Prices will be cut without exception. Hurry to Art Van's warehouse expansion sale. It ends Monday at 10.
Ford employees. Only one health plan is the leader and has been for 45 years. The one with the ID card that's recognized and respected everywhere. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Michigan. Looking for an HMO? Only one is a local member of the Blues family. The one with 500 physicians in private practice, not clinics. Healthcare Network. Blue Cross and Blue Shield or Healthcare Network. Either way, you can't lose with the Blues.
Hi, we're Sunoco's Christmas helpers.
Hi.
Have you heard about Sunoco's Christmas bonus game?
Christmas bonus game.
You could win $1,000 a year for life, or lots of instant cash prizes.
$1,000 a year for life.
Just pick up your game card at your participating Sunoco dealers.
Instant cash prizes.
If 3 Christmas ornaments match, you win.
I win.
He won. He won.
Don't interrupt. I win. I win. I win.
And welcome back to the Michigan Thanksgiving Parade, and particularly let me say welcome to Lansing. I forgot to mention earlier
There's
that people are watching us there on WFSL TV in Lansing. Would you say hi?
Jim Harrington, right over there.
Oh,
We
yes.
just missed him. He's waving.
Here's the Salvation Army float. we said that
did it together.
And we're doing it again. That's where Jim Harrington is, right?
That's right. Jim's representing the many celebrity bell ringers whose efforts last year assisted in the care of more than 5 million needy people nationwide. 86,000 in southeastern Michigan alone.
Jim, I hope he's not listening because I want to say something.
What?
He's a great guy.
I think he'd like that.
And right behind Jim is the band, Mayor.
That's right.
They're sponsored by A&R Pipelines, represents the Eastern Michigan Division. That includes Brightmoor, Dearborn Heights, Flint, Port Huron, and Royal Oak.
All this brass ensemble has been a part of the parade every year since the early 1970s.
Jim's a wonderful guy. This is a great organization.
Let's listen. I love that.
Yeah.
Here we are. We have an old world Christmas. This float is sponsored by Allied Bendix and has a North European flair with its country kitchen and parlor all beautifully beautifully decorated for the holiday season.
Look, Marilyn, can you tell that picture? We have a camera on the Old World Christmas float itself. And that gives us a chance to see some of the people on it. They're part of the, and I hope I'm saying this right, guys, Hoya Kat. Hoya Kat. Hoya Kat. Folk dancers. They're from the Finnish Center Association. The group's aim, of course, is to preserve the Finnish heritage, and with a guy like me around, I can see where they need to help me particularly.
And need we say this, but Finland is that lovely country, and it is beautiful. I understand it's located between Sweden and the Soviet Union. And the dancers currently working towards a summer trip to Finland to learn some new folk dances. They are dressed, of course, in authentic Finnish costumes.
They're also sponsored by Allied Bendix. How appropriate now, because another Scandinavian theme. Our next band is the Tri-County High School Viking Marching Band.
They come from Howard City, and during their 21-year history, they've enjoyed great success as a concert band as well.
110 members make up the top-notch group, and for 16 years in a row, they've won a first division rating at Red Flannel Day Marching Band Competition in Cedar Rapids. There's a gorilla, too. Can you imagine how those cold mouthpieces feel?
Oh, look what's coming, John.
I can't see it. This looks like I don't have Ebenezer Baptist Church Choir. The second Ebenezer Baptist Church Choir. They're part of the Nativity. This is the youth chorale, actually, from Second Ebenezer Baptist Church. They have been at state fairs, won the grand prize at the 1984 National Gospel Fest. They take part in the annual International Freedom Festival on the riverfront here in Detroit every year. And look at that. They're just showing joy in the parade.
There's the scene.
This is the Nativity, yes. This represents, of course, the birth of the Christ child. As in years past, it carries the spiritual meaning of Christmas in the parade. This year, though, a whole new look. All in white.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Isn't that gorgeous? And I think coming now is a Dumbo, the flying baby elephant, and his little friend, Timothy Mouse. Of course, there he is, riding high up in Dumbo's hat.
Dumbo, sponsored this year. Look at him floating in the air. Sponsored by Hudson's and his 14 handlers.
I love that one. That's my very favorite.
The handlers are members of the Livonia JC and JSET Clown Corps.
Remember how Dumbo learned he could fly?
Yeah.
Remember, everyone made fun of his big floppy ears as if he were a freak until one day he jumped from a burning house into a circus act, and with his ears flapping began to fly.
I tell you, he's pretty big boy here, 30 feet long, 18 feet high, constantly being inflated as he moves along. 2 small fans are built into his body. It takes 5 helium bladders to keep him afloat.
Live coverage of the Michigan Thanksgiving Parade in Detroit will continue after these messages. Stay with us.
How far do you have to go to find an FM station that delivers more music without talking your ear off? FM 104, WOMC, favorites of yesterday and today with a lot less talk.
This greeting is brought to you by 12 unknown artists and 156 TJ Maxx stores.
Announcing the care of the year. United Health.
The people at NBD know there are many good reasons for borrowing money, which is why NBD has a variety of loans and terms and rates available for qualified borrowers, so that you can do the things that you want to do, buy the things you want to buy, or go to the places you've always dreamed of going. Helping you get the extra money you need, for whatever reason, helps make NBD one of America's great banks.
Find money for any good reason in the NBD Loan Zone.
are back in Michigan's Thanksgiving parade. And I think we're ready for Alice Through the Looking Glass, huh, Mary?
Well, it's high time for tea time at Alice's Mad Tea Party. Alice, the Queen of Hearts, the White Rabbit, and two special guests all right atop the Alice Through the Looking Glass float, sponsored by Detroit Edison.
Now, there are special guests on the float. Miss Teen America, Debbie Brooks. Miss Teen Michigan, Stephanie Euster. The Miss Teen America pageant, it's not just another beauty pageant, really. It's a contest that rewards young women with outstanding achievement in both service and academic performance.
Must be fun riding with the storybook characters. Just think of all the loving care that went into creating those hanging lanterns and the teacups and the pots.
Remember how the Mad Hatter kept on saying, no room, no room?
And the Queen kept saying, off with their heads, off with their heads.
You know what? When the movie Alice in Wonderland was made back in 1951, it took Disney 5 years to finish, cost $5 million. A lot of money in those days. Oh, here's the Saganairs, Gummy Bugle Corps.
Here they come. The 128-piece corps was founded 18 years ago. They've won numerous awards and honors and were selected to open the ceremonies at the 1980 GOP convention here in Detroit.
One of the members is a 12-year-old cymbal player, Rusty Bush. Now, the thing with Rusty is that he's been deaf since the age of 6. But his mother says he stays in step better than anyone else because he concentrates so hard.
God bless him.
Way to go. I was in the J. Gabriel Warner School of Gummy Bugle Corps. Yeah. Carried the bass drum for a girl. Been carrying stuff for girls ever since.
He just got drowned out on that one.
Matter of fact, girls have been carrying me.
Let's listen to this. Great.
A very stirring thing to listen to the drums, and it carries along this next float, which is another community entry float. It salutes the AMVETS, an organization of American veterans founded in 1944.
Riding on the float are veterans from each of the 3 wars, World War II, Korea, and Vietnam.
The commander of the state and local auxiliaries precedes the 12-man color guard. And there are members of the organization and the auxiliary aboard the float. AMVETS. Here comes some more horses, boy. 12 riders from the Romulus Horsemen's Association drill team and their horn.
And they're dedicated to promoting the non-competitive use of horses, doing it all for just the sheer pleasure of riding. They perform in local horse shows, parades, fairs, so on.
I'm with them. There's one that, given the honor of the thing, he just, oh no, he's doing a sidestep. I can't remember what it's called, and I know it too. It's actually dressage. You see how he was crossing his front and rear feet?
That's very hard to do too, isn't it?
Yes, it's difficult.
There it is. There it is. Right now we have Channel 7's Dana Eubanks with a word about some of the folks who helped to make the parade possible this morning. Dana?
The Michigan Thanksgiving Parade is a 58-year tradition in Detroit. We'd like to take this moment to thank all those corporate sponsors who've helped make the parade a wonderful success again this year. The General Motors Corporation, AAA of Michigan, Yes Michigan Campaign, the U.S. Postal Service, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Michigan, Independence Health Plan, Michigan Bell, Campbell Ewald Company, Detroit Edison, Hudson's, Michigan Consolidated Gas, Ford Motor Company, WXYZ TV, Channel 7, Borman's Incorporated, Ameritech Publishing, Anheuser-Busch Incorporated, Chrysler Corporation, Kmart Incorporated, Pepsi-Cola, the Stroh Brewery Company, Allied Bendix, Comerica, National Bank of Detroit, Prowlers, A&R Pipelines, Burroughs, and Little Caesars. Once again, a great big thank you. Happy Thanksgiving Day, everybody. We hope to see you all again next year.
And we're back now. That was Channel 7 sending you thanks with a charming thank you to all of the parade's very generous corporate sponsors. Now where we are, John?
Well, where we are, we're looking at the Murray Wright High School band. The marching band, only 3 years old, but they set their sights high. They say there will be the best marching band in Michigan.
Oh, we've got some great bands here from all over across the state. The uniforms they wear are traditional midshipman uniforms worn by University and Naval Academy midshipmen. Very sharp looking outfit.
Yeah, very much so.
What's this?
It's like the middies. We're listening to Charles Porter right now. There he is. He's the winner of our contest. He is the official representative of the parade in song. Charles is he's just a very talented young man. We met him earlier, of course, on our program. Joining him across the way on the steps of the Detroit Institute of Arts is a group of very talented dancers from the Detroit Dance Company, too.
On a stroll through Belle Isle Park, Greektown after dark, you instilled in the young the will to become stars and champions like Tommy Hearns, my friend. How have you been? It's in the air, it's everywhere, the magical touch of you, irresistible you, again, kissable you.
Oh!
Your
Aren't they great?
with so much feeling, and I will fall.
There he is, the super welterweight champion of the world and a friend of ours, Maryland, the amazing Thomas Hearns.
Oh, the Grand Marshal's float. Gorgeous float. There's the Renaissance Center and our lovely riverfront skyline at twilight with ambers and gold.
And actually, this float, Thomas is the Grand Marshal, but it's kind of a float of champions. Several other Michigan champions are on the float. Olympian Steve Frazier, winner of a gold medal in Greco-Roman wrestling. Chris Seufert, a bronze medalist in springboard diving, and Bruce Kimball, a silver medalist in platform diving. And Bruce's father was also one of the diving coaches at the LA Games, and I want to say right now to the people in Los Angeles what great hosts, formally and informally, they were for us.
Tommy has a big fight coming up, doesn't he?
Yes, he is. Near future. They're working on a precise date now against John Mugabe. Thomas is a wonderful guy, happy guy. We wish him well. We know he's going to win.
Of course. Was there ever a doubt? He will. Now.
This is the Mexican Patriotic Committee. They're here to help us celebrate the harvest of heritages. The Mexican Patriots are devoted to the cultural growth of the Mexican community here. They're living in North America, and they represent our friendly neighbors to the south as well as to the north, just across the Detroit River, Canada.
Now we have a contribution from our good neighbors to the north.
This is the Giovanni Cabato Italian Club from Windsor. I just mentioned those. This actually,
by the way, is sponsored by the Cabato Club of Windsor, a group that donates its time to many good causes, including the United Way and the Cancer Foundation fundraisers. It's called the Salute to Space Exploration.
This float symbolizes the exchange of scientific knowledge between the United States and Canada. And the float actually, did you say that this is from the International Freedom Festival Parade?
That's right, yes.
they scattering space bugs around? I wonder how many people realize that part of our continuing effort in space is directly attributable to the people in Canada who developed that crane that we use in the various vehicles in space, Columbia, Discovery, and so on.
And a lot of the balloons that we have in the parade are, of course, made in Canada.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
right across the border in Windsor. Live coverage of the Michigan Thanksgiving Parade in Detroit will continue after these messages.
It's Service Merchandise Founder's 50th anniversary with savings on great gift ideas. Like this Vidal Sassoon Professional Hair Dryer with 6 settings, now only $7.97 after rebate. And here's a nice gift, the chic Flexmatic Total Touch Electric Shaver, now only $26.86. Top name brands for less, including Fuzzbuster Superhead Radar Detector, now on sale during our Founder's 50th anniversary at Service Merchandise.
At Action Oldsmobile, our fussy customers won't pay what others do. But we love our fussy customers anyway.
Me too.
How can you tell the difference between a happy used car and a sad used car? Miles alone won't always tell.
We won't sell you a sad used car at any price. That's how.
Come see us at Action Oldsmobile. We just love fussy customers like you.
Me too.
We're back, and look at that shot. What you're looking at is a live camera from the driver's seat at the world-famous Budweiser Clydesdales, and they have been visiting us here at the Thanksgiving Parade for years. You talk about big horses.
I see them. There are 3 teams of Clydesdales that travel throughout the country, making over 300 appearances a year.
And you can hear the drums of the Chippewa Hills marching bands as, Marilyn, you know, the Clydesdales are descendants of the huge horses that were bred in Scotland, hundreds of years ago, actually, carried knights into battle. They had to be big to carry all that.
Yes, and in the early days of American brewing, it was said that a brewer's success was determined by how far his draft horses could pull their load in a day's time. No wonder Anheuser-Busch did
I can
so
hear their
well.
hooves. Oh, they
You know, you don't realize how big they are until you actually look at them close up.
A 6-foot man cannot see over their backs standing alongside. In 1933, August Bush Jr. presented the original Clydesdale team to his father as a gift. It was to celebrate the repeal of Prohibition. Put him to work, Dad.
It takes about 5 hours of hard work to get the 8 horses ready for the parade.
Here come the Arabians now. This is a different kind of horse altogether. Smaller, finer, ridden by members of the Arabian Horse Association of Michigan.
Arabians are thought by many to be the most handsome of horses. They're sleek, fast, elegant animals originally from the deserts of Arabia. Surprisingly, they are now often imported from Poland, where they're bred and raised.
Yes, indeed. The Polish Arabians are among the finest in the world. And by the way, here in Michigan, we have the 3rd largest population of Arabian horses in the entire United States.
Ah, we have Sleeping Beauty now, do we?
Yeah, that was me this morning. Oh, no, this is a float. Remember how the lovely young maiden is put to sleep for 100 years by an evil fairy?
But she's rescued by a handsome prince, and they live happily ever after, and here they are on roller skates.
Now, if that was ice skates, I'd know that it was you and me, Mare.
Oh, well, at least
You,
me,
anyhow.
John. At least half of this duo.
I'll take the horse, you take the skates.
The prince and princess, along with the other skaters, are from the Lynn and Salami skaters. Sleeping
Yes.
Beauty's lovely float was the first that art director Tom Neighbors designed and refurbished.
Tom used advanced techniques that he helped develop in California, employing a variety of synthetic materials. You know who that is?
That's Mrs. Michigan.
Sure is. And that carriage is an authentic 19th century carriage. Mrs. Michigan, of course, is Darlene Dutch, and the runner-up, Lynn Salata.
You know, the buggy is very similar to the kind the Amish use, being pulled by 2 chestnut Morgans.
There's a view of the stands around the Austin Murrow Band. And a lot of hollering and carrying on going over. Now, what's this? Oh, this must be the Marching Chiefs, huh? The Wyandotte High Marching Chiefs.
Here come the Wyandotte High School Marching Chiefs. This is the first time they've been in the parade since 1968, and it's great to have them
The
back.
band boasts 120 members. They've been preparing for their return to the parade since early this summer. They had fundraising efforts and sent members to the Interlochen Music Camp, one of the best in the United States. They bought new instruments and new uniforms of blue and gold. The Chiefs of Wyandotte.
Well, John and Marilyn, always one of my favorite parts of the parade is being out in the crowd. I've been here for 3 years in a row now, and that's really as much fun as the parade is being down here with 600, 700,000 people. And it gives me the opportunity to make a little extra Christmas cash. I'm giving shoulder ride views of the parade for $1 for 5 minutes. I can take care of at least 4 or 5 presents. Y'all having a good time out here so far? Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. These people are having fun, John, awaiting turkey dinner and, of course, waiting for the jolly old fat man. He'll be coming up the street in just a couple of minutes.
Okay, Jim, before that, though, there's a huge Chinese dragon coming right down Woodward.
He seems friendly enough, though. I thought dragons were supposed to be ferocious and fire-breathing.
Well, not ours, lady. Actually, Chinese dragon is traditionally regarded as a god in Chinese history. He's here to usher in good luck for the holidays. And I should point out he's sponsored by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Michigan.
And escorting him down the street are Chinese dancers, along with Korean, Filipino, and Japanese marchers. The dragon is 87 feet long and winds down the street just as he would have an ancient ceremony.
The way they built the head of this dragon is fascinating. First, the parade artists welded together a metal frame. Then they attached cut-out pieces of foam rubber, put it all together, painted it, and they didn't let him breathe fire, but they brought us sensational results as he undulates down Woodward in Detroit. Live coverage of the Michigan Thanksgiving Parade will continue after these messages.
Can sure make you hungry.
Right. We want a snack made with real cheese.
Not dusted with cheese. We want combos.
Yeah. Right.
Cheese-filled combos. Combos really cheeses your hunger away.
Cheese-flavored combos filled snack. Creamy, rich, melt-in-your-mouth filling made with real cheese, packed into a crunchy nugget.
It's one of the all-time great cheese tastes.
Cheese-filled combos. Combos really cheeses your hunger away.
Nothing works like a Chevy truck. And when me and my friends want to relax, nothing works like a Chevy S10 Maxi Cab. So bring out the sun, bring out the fun. You got the goods, get on and run.
Get yourself the 4x4 sport truck taken to the max with Instatrack 4-wheel drive and rugged off-road package available. Chevy S10 Maxi Cab.
Now that's what I call relaxation. Nothing works like a Chevy truck.
Nothing. Back to the parade and the Alma College Kilty Marching Band. This talented ensemble sponsored by the Kmart Corporation.
Their colorful kilts really set them apart from the other bands.
Wait a minute, these guys are wearing dresses.
They performed at concerts and festivals throughout Europe, Canada, and the United States.
Actually, they're beautiful costumes are just outstanding. I hope they're warm underneath there. The Kilties are known for their really extraordinarily drills, flashy sound, and the rich sound of their instrumentation. The Alma College Kiltie Marching Band. What I'm hearing is crowd noise right now.
I know who's coming up next, though.
There he is. That's Huddles, the Lion. Yeah, the Detroit Lions official mascot. He's sponsored, of course, by the Detroit Lions, who are meeting in the annual Thanksgiving Day game today with Green Bay.
That's right. Huddles is at all the games cheering on the home team. The Lions have played games on Thanksgiving Day for the past 44 years, almost as long as the parade's been going on. Hello, Huddles.
Hello, Huddles. Send him in.
Oh, that's what I've been waiting for.
Who's
the
that?
big puppy.
Oh.
The Christmas puppy, sponsored by WXYZ TV.
What?
A big one.
I don't know where they're keeping him at Broadcast House. I know one thing for sure. He won't fit in your office or mine.
He's an adorable puppy balloon nicknamed Ben. He's 30 feet high and he's 15 feet wide. It takes 14 people to take this pup for a walk. Escorting Ben are a bunch of his canine brothers, St. Bernard, hounds, bulldogs, and terriers.
Oh, yeah, I see him now. The pup and all his support group. Now, this is something unique, Marilyn. This is from the U.S. Postal Service. Mail carriers all around it and up and down the street. You know what they're doing?
What is it?
They're picking up letters from the kids on the street, which will be delivered to Santa Claus by the Postal Service.
Are you going to make sure we get our letter, John?
Are you kidding me? This is a letter they can't miss, boy. They don't get, this has just got your list in it, Carl. Mine is much smaller.
That's a biggie.
I don't want much, honey.
Don't you really?
50-footer will do. It's a great bunch. They get a lot of mail at North Pole this time of year, you know. As a matter of fact, they've got some Arctic creatures with them. Polar bears, penguins.
The stamp at the back of the float was designed by a child and is in the 1984 Christmas stamp issued by the U.S. Postal Service.
Now, the parade is going to stop again. Give us another treat. You know, we've got so much talent here in the city of Detroit. There's a young lady who's going to sing a tribute to our world champion Tigers. Her name is Pam Wallace. She's going to sing, Let's Hear It for the Boys. It's an interesting story how she ended up here today.
Yes, during the Hello Detroit Song Contest, Esther Gordy, Edwards, first vice president of Motown Records, was so impressed. There we go.
But he's my loving one-man show. Let's hear it for the boys.
It's amazing. Just last May, Pam was an intern on our show, Good Afternoon Detroit. She was working in Las Vegas before that, decided that she wanted to finish her education. So she quit the singing job, and she decided that she would enroll at Eastern Michigan University. She worked in Ypsilanti, and then things began
to start to happen. Oh, we have the Byron Bergen Band. These folks have really come a long way. The Byron Bergen Central High School Band traveled over 600 miles to march in today's parade. They come all the way from upstate New York. Their school is located in a rural area between Rochester and Buffalo.
Impressive credits for this band. They've played at the Capitol in Washington, D.C., at Parliament Hill, and the National Arts Center in Ottawa, Canada. First year in the Michigan Thanksgiving Parade. We hope they'll join us again every year.
600 miles? That's unbelievable.
There he is.
Well, there's the old boy himself.
We've been waiting for Santa Claus, and he is here, up in his brand new float, smiling and waving to kids of all ages who've been waiting for hours for his arrival.
This amazing new float is a gift from the parade's new art staff. The staff worked over 1,400 hours to put together this giant gift box of fun, full of colorful clowns, a huge teddy bear, adorable dolls, and what every kid in Michigan will probably want this year, a giant bat and baseball.
Well, he's got a lot of elves with him, Marilyn. He's climbing the steps at the Detroit Institute of Arts. He's left a float, of course. He's being greeted by a group of young performers, the Goldberg Concert Choir from Goldberg Elementary School. Their kids are from 8 to 13 years of old.
Well, good morning, boys and girls. Have you all been good?
Santa, we'd like to welcome you to Detroit. And to do that officially, we have the Deputy Mayor of Detroit, Mr. Fred Martin, to welcome you officially to the city.
Well, let's give him a hand now.
Santa, ladies and gentlemen, and all the millions watching from all over America, we'd like to welcome you to the City of Champions. Thomas Hearns and the Detroit Tigers. We'd welcome you all to the 58th Annual Parade. And Santa, we have many visitors, and we give many keys to distinguished visitors. But we have something for you, a most special key. Carol? Santa, this key represents a key right to the heart and from the heart of all the boys and girls in Detroit and Michigan and everywhere. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you
Merry
very
Christmas.
much. You know, I know this is a very special key because it's the key to the hearts of boys and girls everywhere. You know, it's wonderful to be back in Michigan again. You know, I hear tell that this is the Christmas state. You know, where the Christmas spirit is alive and well. Is that true? Well, let's show the world that Michigan has the Christmas spirit at the count of 3. I want you to take part in what we call at the North Pole, a living Christmas card. So at the count of 3, I want you to shout a great big Merry Christmas to all of our friends around the world. Are you ready? Are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, my goodness, you can do better than that, for heaven's sake. Let's try it one more time. Are you ready? Are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Merry Christmas, everyone. See you soon. God bless one and all, and Merry Christmas.
Santa, we have one other thing for you here.